This video is on the harmonic butterfly pattern. It's a pattern that you don't see as often as some of the other harmonics, but when you do get a butterfly projection, they are quite accurate. So it's one of my favorites to trade. I'll show you why it's more definite than some when you're making your projections. So what we'll do is I'll show you how to draw it using the Fibonacci tools, and I'll show you an example on the actual charts. So again, as with all harmonic patterns, what you're looking for in a chart is an M or a W before you start using your Fibonacci tools to make a projection. I like to trade the CD leg. So the way I look at the chart is to see a W or an M for me, so it's not quite complete. See if the levels that it's created match up with any of the harmonic patterns. Then I look for an entry to trade the CD leg. So with the butterfly pattern, if you're doing the M pattern, what you're looking for price is a move up like this. So price moves up, and you have your X here. You have your A point here, and then when you get the pullback, what you're looking for is a 78.6 fib rejection. So you fib from X to A, okay, and this pullback must hit the 78.6 fib. It can't be 61.8 or 50 or 38.2 or 88.6. It has to be 78.6 for a butterfly, and that's one of the reasons why I say it can be more accurate when you're looking for projection, because once you've seen that 78.6, the next thing you're looking for, if you're going to see an M formation, is a lower high, okay? And this bit can be 38.2 to 88.6, but see, it's 88.6. So the point is here, once you have a 78.6 rejection, if price doesn't go beyond this A point and starts reversing from below it, I'd say you're about 90% chance of creating a butterfly pattern, and that's why I like to see this one. I like to trade it when I do see it. So the next part you're looking for is your CD leg. So this is your B point, and then that's your C point, and what you're looking for is a strong move down this way, and this should hit either 1.618 or 2.24 when you do your fibs from B to C, okay? So let's just say this one hits the 1.618, and to confirm it, you have to fib XA, and should hit 1.272 or 1.414. So if you fib again from X to A, you can see 1.272 is almost in line with 1.618, so it's a valid projection. What you do is you get your square tool, your rectangle, sorry, and you draw a block in between the two fib levels. And effectively, what you want to do, what you're doing is, the way that I trade, is looking for an entry to trade the CD leg here as a projection. Okay, and that's how you do the butterfly pattern. Okay, so if we look for a W, a W will be the same thing but in reverse. So what you do, you've got to move to the downside, okay, and that is your X, this is your A, and you want to pull back to the 78.6 fib for your B leg, okay? It has to hit the 78.6. That's your B point, okay? And again, just like we said with the M, in reverse, what you're looking for is a lower high here. higher low, sorry, and that can be 38.2 to 88.6. That is your C leg, that's your C point. So that's your C point. And then for your D leg, you see a move beyond the X, okay? And this can be, let's see what happens if we do it to 161.8. And then you fib it again from X to A to confirm it. See how that matches up, okay? You draw your box. That is your D point, that is your target, your D point. So if you're trading the CD leg, your D point is your target, or anywhere in between, however many pips you want to collect. And you simply look for entries to go up to D point, okay? So just to recap, you got your XA, retrace B would be 78.6. Your fib from A to B should get your C point, and that's 38.2 to 88.6. And then you fib B to C to get your D point, and that should be 1.618 to 2.24, and you confirm it by using Fibonacci from X to A, and that should be 1.272 or 1.414. Key thing here is one or two of these numbers is nothing in between. It's got to be one or the other, whereas this is anything in between. Okay, so what I'll do is look at an example on the chart. We've got here GBP USD. So as you can see, if we zoom in a bit, you've got a bit of a W forming here. Okay, and if we take it, say, from this gap here, what you can see is you've got a 78.6 touch and then a higher low here. So to me, that's suggesting we're going to see a butterfly pattern. Okay, but you still need to test the other Fibonacci's. So you've got 78.6, you fib from here to there, you've got 88.6 touch, which is in line with these coordinates here. So now you do your projection. So your projection, first you do here, B to C, and then you fib X to A to see what matches up. And as you can see, you've got 1.272 matching with 1.618. So you get your harmonic drawing tool, and then you create your drawing. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, and you said it's going to complete there. Get your rectangle, draw a box in between the two fib levels. Okay, we don't know how long it's going to take to complete. And then, in effect, this is your projection. So this is your projection for GBP USD on the daily, and all you're doing is looking for an entry to go long. Okay, now you're not looking for shorts, you're looking for entries to go long. And what we'll do is we'll see how this plays out. And in fact, if this pattern completes, speed it up a bit. So remember, whenever you're trading this, you want to look for an entry with good risk reward, as close to here as possible, ideally, to give you a good risk reward ratio, because your stop would be below this point, below your C point, because that would be your pattern invalidation level. And then you hold it and see if you can hit your D point. So let's just see what happens here. This is the daily chart, so bear in mind this is taking quite a while. Every candle is a day. But it's moving, it's moving, it's moving. And despite the fluctuations, you still have your long-term target because you've got a pattern projection. So you're just waiting it out. And this is a swing trade, by the way, so you wouldn't be watching this all the time. You might just set alerts to see what happens. It may look like they're likely to cross. There you go. Pattern completed. Harmonic butterfly. Base of your projection. Look for an entry. You're in. Ideal entry would have been down here. That would have given you stop loss of 164 pips for a swing, but you're getting over 1,000 pips on a take profit. That's a daily trade. This works on any time frame, but I'm just giving an example on the daily. And that is how you draw the harmonic projections and how I trade them. CD leg completion.